I'm making this vlog, my second vlog, numero uno, at 8 p.m. on the 17th of October of 2016. I'm saying now because this is like before Battlefield 1 comes out, and I'm mainly mentioning it because the focus of this fucking hell, I'm hitting my headset so much. The focus of this is sort of me talking about that in this vlog. I fucking suck with words. So, if you follow the channel, all the 8 of the people that follow this channel, I have 8 subscribers. I'm pretty sure only 1 or 2 care. And other people, I send videos like, hey, you should watch my content, right? And they're just like, click, watch for 2 seconds, click out. Oh, that was a very good video. I get the view count. I don't care. Yeah. So I get people don't really like the vlogs. And when I say people, I mean more people like the gameplay from what I've seen. People just like gameplay. Oh, this dude's got Battlefield 1 gameplay before Battlefield 1 has come out. That's fucking dope. I'll watch that. They don't want to see a pasty white kid post a video about, oh, is this what he's doing on the channel? Like, nobody cares. Like a few people do, and I that's why I kind of want to do this. This is just me just talking about the channel. It's no script. I really should have a script. I have a speech impediment apparently because I'm in an Xbox Live party with my friend of the same name, Cody, and his mic echoes a lot. So I'm having to talk over myself, and that makes me mess up on my own words, and it makes me seem like I have a speech impediment. And it's gone out to when I'm not even in the party, and I'll just mess up words thinking I'm having to talk over myself. Great. So, the last 4 videos I put out was just a combination of a bunch of clips that I have from Sinai Desert and a means, just a bunch of clips that I just smashed together Battlefield 1 of random lengths, just showing off a few things from destruction and all that, just a whole bunch of stuff, to one with no HUD on a means for a conquest match. It was not a full conquest match. I don't think it might have been a full conquest match. I honestly couldn't tell because there was no HUD. I want to talk a little bit about that. The one with no HUD was honestly it was the hardest to play for 2 reasons. One, I live streamed it because on Xbox there's a recording limit of only 5 minutes at a time. And I wasn't about to only do like 5 minute clips. I should have. Looking back, I should have. And then I just stitched it all together and all that, made it nice and clean. But I live streamed for 20 minutes and then I exported from Twitch to YouTube. So I had Twitch snapped on the side. And when you have Twitch snapped on the side, it takes up almost a third of the screen. So now Battlefield goes from this to this and a huge letterbox, and you don't see as much. So I'm already seeing less than what I'm used to. And I'm playing on a city map with German and British soldiers. Now, I want to say 19th century, late 19th century cities were built of gray stonework and, wood and stuff like that. So the map, which is historically accurate to the period, is a lot of gray and brown. The German soldiers wear gray. The British soldiers wear brown. Do you see the predicament there? I now understand why there were so many friendly fire deaths in World War One. Just a lot, a lot of deaths. So many deaths. So many. I ended up shooting at my own teammates, which were the Germans, so many times because I couldn't see which side people were in the shadows. Like, obviously, if I was a soldier back then, I'd know the uniforms to look for. I'd have my eyes to use, not part of a TV I'm using. So, there'd be more differentiating, but I understand why there's friendly fire. I know this is going to annoy people. I have a cut on my hand. and it's annoying me. And then another one I made was on Argonne Forest with just me using the Flame Trooper. The Flame Trooper, I didn't warm up to it much on Sinai Desert in the Battlefield beta because it was just, mm, you know, it was here and there, sort of, but it felt good. I liked it, but it just didn't serve that much purpose. Sorry for cracking my knuckles. But on Argonne Forest, there's a lot of I'm not sure they might have made the range a bit longer because I was getting people farther than what I was used to. It and there's a lot of tight spaces on Argonne. Like you could just spray through and just encompass an entire tight area and get people like that. I went on a massive 10-person kill streak like that with the flame trooper over the course of 3 minutes, and it felt great. Like at the end of it, I died, but it was very fitting because like it encompassed every the clip was just perfect in my opinion because it starts with me shooting at people with the Automatico M1918. It's submachine gun top loaded, and then I switch to M19. I'm trying to not die, and then I die, and I'm just sitting there, possibly waiting for a revive. Because I wait for revives. I'm not that dick that's just gonna respawn and cancel out someone's revive. No, I wait to see if a medic's gonna get me, and a medic did get me. And I got up, and it said flame trooper kit available near me, and it was down a hill looking at the flame trooper kit, and I was like, this is gonna be a great clip. So I picked it up and just started going with it. And what was perfect for me was I had this time set for Xbox Record that to 3 minutes, and the whole thing was 3 minutes. It was perfect. It was so perfect. And then the next clip, the last one that I put up a few hours ago, was St. Quentin Scar, which was just a combination of a bunch of clips from like Zeppelin stuff happening, um, tank destruction, just a bunch of stuff going on. I really like St. Quentin Scar. It feels very balanced between there's some city stuff, but there's some open field stuff, but not too open a field because there's also some trench stuff. There's some verticality to it with the windmills. It's all very balanced, and then the behemoth comes in. The behemoth was really fun. The behemoth was really fun because I got to be in it. It instantly filled up, but I got to be in it for a short time before I got shot out of it because when you're in it, it's kind of weird because you're on a canopy that's underneath. When you're in that canopy, there's not much you can do to defend yourself other than shoot down. And I was on one side and I was getting shot from the other because the guy was just favoring our left side and I was on the right side, but I was able to defend 1 point. But the behemoth is really fun to play as on St. Quentin Scar if the driver isn't a total dick and neglects an entire side of the behemoth. Try and go for center points. I mean, it makes you a bigger target, but you want to utilize everybody on every side. And the guys on top, they don't really need to pick a side, but you need to use all your gunners. That's a hint of advice for anyone that plays Battlefield and watches these. That's a very niche someone that watches these. But what irks me is the game clips that I record. The Xbox One records at 720p at 30 FPS. The PS4 does too, so I don't want to hear like, oh, PS4 is better. No, 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 no. It does the same. And I'm not talking about the Pro, the Slim, or anything. Like, well, the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One S have like no extra recording capabilities that I know of. So they do about the same. So as of now, consoles record at that. If I got an external capture card, it might be different, maybe. Hopefully. I might look into that eventually. Probably not. Can if Scorpio can do 1080p at 60 FPS, that alone, I'll be fine. I'll be like, I don't need an external capture card. I'll be fine just recording as is. Because right now, 720 at 30 is fine for. There's no one saying, oh, this gameplay looks like shit because I don't have the audience for it yet. Um, I won't ever is the more realistic way to put it. It's gonna be weird if I accidentally like gain traction on this channel by just some weird random clip just puts me up. Slight interruption. But what was I saying? The recording capabilities of the consoles as they are is limited, but not many people I'm are gonna complain. Like it's not like I'm like, oh, I'm going to these events, getting all this early footage, stuff like that. So as of now, it's fine. I don't need an external capture. But if Scorpio has it out of the box, I'll be fine. I don't need an external capture. I'll just sit there and be like, I'm fine with my 1080. This is beautiful, so beautiful. You know, until 8K becomes a thing, and I'm just like, wow, I'm like a few standards behind. Ugh. It just, I feel like there's a lot of compression that happens to the videos because, for one, they're getting downscaled immediately off the bat from 1080 60 FPS. I think is what the game is trying to achieve in multiplayer. To it gets downgraded from 1080 60 maybe to 720 30, and then it gets compressed when I do stuff in Upload Studio. The discount Sony Vegas, and then it gets even shit on further when you put it into YouTube. YouTube just compresses anything. It's just like pff, you're not getting all this fucking resolution, dog. They the only way I would be able to counteract that is if I uploaded in 4K. So a way that might fix it is if I take the 720 footage, just upscaled it to 16K, so when it's compressed, it looks fine. I hope people see the flaw in that plan. I hope. But yeah, I want to put out Battlefield gameplay. I want to put out just gameplay in general. Stuff that I like doing is just gameplay. Like I like skits. I do. But I'm not exactly a happy person right now. I'm not. I I just want to die in Battlefield 1 while I play. You thought it's it's complicated making the skits. The skits are, yes, they're of the moment, but it has to just, they just go and go and go. If it's a good enough idea, it just keeps going. Like the car one, or I think that's the only notable one I've made. Right? I think I have another one, and I honestly can't think of it because I'm spacing too much. And it's not like, oh, he's just, it's Battlefield. He's so flustered for Battlefield. No, I'm just flustered in general from things that are just happening. Personal events. I will leave at that. Um I will say this though. Haircut. Huh. Fucking right. I went to the barber and that bitch butchered my hair, and someone in the background was yelling, "World Star!" That's a dated joke right there. God. I'm losing my touch. My jokes used to be better. They used to be way better. But I wanted to make kind of a channel update. These might be a semi-regular thing. Semi-regular as in they will happen, but when they happen. The happen when they happen vlog. That's a good title. The running happen when it happened vlog series. I need to work on my titles. I need to just work on things in general. Work on my life. What am I doing with my life? I'm about to play Battlefield 1. That's one thing. Yeah, that's. I realize it's as pathetic as it sounds. Don't worry. I realize that. But besides the Battlefield and the gameplay, resolution, and frame rate stuff, there's not much to talk about on the channel. That stuff just happens on the channel. Like if I feel like uploading something, I'll upload it. That's all I can say. It's not a very specialized channel. It's specialized that it has me in it. Like, it's not a collaborative channel to say because it has my fucking name on it. So it has just a certain person on it. And that's all I can really say on what's on it, what will be put on it. But majority of stuff that I want to try and put on it is gameplay that some people will watch. And then I just want to make clips that I can look back on and say that was fun. I just want to do it because this is fun to me. That's the whole reason I'm doing it. I'm not doing it for the fucking fan base that is non-existent. I can count all of them on one hand.